Good morning children. Today we will be starting with the writing section, and the first part that we will be starting is the advertisement. Now my dear children, you have seen in the newspaper, either in the local news or in the national news, you have seen a particular part where advertisement, lot of advertisement comes. Now you see, for example, let us see this particular image. So in this image you will see requires civil engineers for rent, for sale, classified. So in this way you will see educational, bright wanted. So all this actually give the testimony that the advertisement are of two types. One, the classified advertisement. The second is the display advertisement or the commercial advertisement. Now my dear children, why an advertisement is called classified advertisement? Now it is called classified advertisement because it is divided into a particular class or a particular species just because of the kind it belongs to. So you will see here, say for example, for sale means suppose you have a particular property or you are having some assets and you want to sell it out, and therefore the best medium is the advertisement in the newspaper. Therefore when you are giving the advertisement in the newspaper, then people will come to know, you will have the contact address or email address and the phone number, and then you will be contacted and the communication will be made, the transaction will be done. So in the similar manner we will see that there are different type of advertisement, and CBSE, in CBSE, so the total marks for this advertisement writing is 4 marks. So there will be option in between the notice writing, advertisement, invitation and poster making, and the total marks here will be only 4 marks. Now this 4 marks here you will see 4 marks is divided into, in this manner this 4 mark is divided. So let us see here. So break up of the marks, break up of marks. So the total marks was 4 marks. Now 4 mark will be divided into, suppose this is the serial number, this is the item, and this is the mark, this is the mark. Now serial number 1, so the first will be, there will be heading, and for heading there will be 1 mark. Then there will be content, for content there will be 2 marks, and then expression there will be another 1 mark. In total there will be 4 marks. So this knowing of this break up of the mark is quite important. Accordingly you can prepare and you can know where you are to put importance and how to put the importance. Therefore today we will be starting with only the classified advertisement and will not go for the commercial advertisement. So here you will see how many types of classified advertisement that you have seen or noticed in the earlier image. So you have already noticed the situation backend, situation wanted, too late, accommodation wanted, matrimonial, missing, lost and found, all this, and above all there is tours and travels. All this come to the category of this advertisement called classified advertisement. Now my dear children, so what we will have to do first, the first thing that we will have to do is the first thing, the first tip is that you will have to put all this thing in the box, and then what you will have to write on top of it. You can write Advertisement. So this is optional, and if you write it is better. You will see that when you are following books or the reference books published by many of the companies, you will see that different approaches there, and therefore naturally what happens, there is a lot of confusion is there, and therefore some specific model is to be chosen so that there is no confusion and the thing gets clear. So I will be telling you the tips. I will be telling you the way the advertisement is to be written. Advertisement is to be written so that you get the full credit. You get 4 out of 4, means 100% mark you get into the examination. Now, one thing that you will have to remember before starting is that in the classified advertisement, what is counted is the word. What is counted means every word counts. So, and accordingly you will have to pay the money to the advertiser. Supposing you are going to any newspaper, Times of India, the Assam Tribune, the Hindu or any other newspaper, then what you will have to do according to the content or the number of what you will have to do, we will have to pay. Second thing is that when you are very much verbose, you are giving a lot of details, then what will happen in the modern time, people have less time, and therefore they will be disinterested and they will not go through the advertisement. Therefore, it should be very precise, it should be very to the point, and more particularly some other tips are also there, and that tips also I will be talking about. Now let us see. Let us go to the board now. Okay, my dear children, I see now. So here you have made the box. So in the box, according to the question, what you will have to do, you will be writing your advertisement, and before that the tips are. So you can note it down that these tips are. So the first thing is that the advertisement, the classified advertisement should be put within the box. Then means the first one is the box. The second word will be the word limit. Word limit will be only 50 words. More than that there cannot be, means there will be only 50 words. And more particularly, there should not be article, prepositions, conjunctions. This should not be. This is a big no. Means that this should not be used. When you are using it, there will be confusion. And more particularly, this is a to be verb means am is are. So this also can be avoided as far as practicable, and in place of this is, are or other, you can put a comma. The second thing is that the next point number next is that there should not be full sentence. Full sentence should not be there. Then next point will be, point number next will be, you will have to begin with the heading. Begin with the heading. Then you will have to begin with the content. So heading will be coming here. This will be the heading part. This will be heading. After putting the heading into the center, then we will have to go to the imaginary line. This is the imaginary line. You should not draw in the exam. You should not draw it. And in the second line, following line will be writing. Say for example, you are an employer and you need some professionals. Then you want to give the advertisement for this special people, and therefore you are giving the ad into the newspaper, and then you will have to tell your specification, what you want, what sort of people you want, what are the expertise that you want, and what you are going to give, and then for that particular purpose, so what are the people to be contacted, their phone number, email address, and other details, maybe the LAN number, LAN number, maybe the apartment number or other, so that the person can make a contact without any difficulty. Therefore, the first you are starting with the heading. So, heading will be varying according to the question. So, suppose it is you are giving the advertisement for the job, then you will have to write situation vacant. You need not write situation wanted. Many times it is seen that many children write situation wanted here when the employer is giving the advertisement for the people to be recruited or people to be appointed, and in that case you should write situation vacant. मतलब आपका पास जगह खाली है and you are giving the advertisement so that people apply and then get the job, and then you are starting with WANTED, wanted or required. You can write in capital so that it actually attract the attention. So your box should have been little bigger. Wanted or required. Then what is the wanted or what is required? Then you give the object. What is the needed? Suppose you need some teachers in order to appoint. In order to be appointed in a particular school, you are the principal, you are giving the advertisement for the teacher, maybe the TGT, PGT or PRT, then wanted or required. 10 TGTs to teach what subject, then you write. In what classes you write. Okay, then you are writing what are the qualities are needed. Suppose that the person should be postgraduate in the special field or the particular field, and then what is the experience needed for the person, that is also to be mentioned. Then what is the extra qualities that are needed, like efficiency in the computer or any other leaf office or other, everything you mention, the efficiency in the language, how many languages he should be efficient or fluent in, all this is to be mentioned very clearly. And after that you see, now this is the time for your giving, means it is your time for give, okay, to give or to donate, means what you are going to give in written. Then you will be telling that the salary is so and so. Suppose salary is 50,000 or 60,000, and then you can write, if it is a private sector, then you can write it is negotiable and salary is not a bar for the right candidate. So in that manner you can write, and after that you will have to write how to do apply. Then you will be writing apply to with the full testimonials to ... Then you give your full address, email address or permanent address or the email ID, or after giving all this, so your advertisement is over. Now, my dear children, let us go to the next. So we will see now the example. Before going to the example, once again we will recapitulate our discussion, and then we will see here. So these are the different types of the advertisement you have seen. It is a redent, or it is a given red color, the type of the advertisement, what is the purpose for which this advertisement is written, and then when we go for the detail of the practice, then you will be perfect, because only through practice, repeated practice, you can become perfect. Initially you may find little difficulties because of the nuances, because of the new terms and other, because it is quite new. When you are writing, it will have no full sentence, no preposition, no conjunction, no to be verb, and therefore it should be very short. It should be in the phrase or clauses. Therefore the message should be comprehensive and it should not be elaborate. Therefore we should bear in mind all this point before going for this. Now let us see the type of the advertisement. First one, situation vacant. So for this, now let us recapitulate. So as you have remembered, there will be a box, and into the box, inside the box, into the top middle, what we will have to write? We will have to write situation vacant. In the content part, what we will have to write? Wanted or required, in capital, maybe slant, means italic, bold, italic and capital. And after that you are writing in the manner that we have discussed now, and we will be seeing more example. So let us see the type of the advertisement and the purpose for which it is written. Situation vacant, these are advertisements written by an employer who is looking for the service of a person in his organization. Situation wanted, this is written by job seeker, means, so you are suppose a postgraduate in engineering, then you need a job, you are telling about your own experience and you are giving an advertisement, then the employer will see your profile, employer will see your biodata or resume, and accordingly you will be given the offer of the job. Then there is a cell for sale, sell spelling SALE, for the purpose of selling. So many people, many children by mistake they write for sell, SELL. Here this one will be noun and we will have to take care of it. What is the purpose of writing? This is written in order to attempt to sell property, asset, office goods, etc. To let. Now suppose you have made or prepared a house and you want to give it to let. You want to offer it to let. Then so your purpose is to look for the tenants, because you want to get some extra earning from your property. Therefore this is written for the tenants, for the property of the proprietor or the owner. Then accommodation wanted, suppose you have the bank, a particular bank you are going to open, we are going to open a particular institute, and then what is wanted is an accommodation, and therefore when you are giving the advertisement, lot of offers will come very quickly and spontaneously, and therefore accordingly you can make the arrangement. It is written by the ones looking for a place for accommodation. Then you will see the next one is matrimonials. So in the modern time you will see we communicate through the emails or the other, we communicate through the internet, and therefore in the case of the matrimonials too, what is wanted is in the matrimonial part, alliance is wanted for the bridegroom or bride, and when this advertisement is given mentioning the post box and other, then accordingly the purpose is served. When a particular person is missing, another category is the missing category. When a particular person is missing, then the advertisement is given, and in that case the description of the person, the distinguishing mark of the person, the kind of the dresses that he was wearing, so his height, color, and when he was seen for the last time, all these things are to be mentioned when you are giving the advertisement for the missing column of a reputed newspaper. Now, my dear children, we will be doing one example of one category, then you can do the rest of the example by yourself. One homework will be given afterwards. Therefore, let us go for one practice. Let us see. So, here we go. So, this is one example. Principal, Sunrise Global School, Agra, requires a receptionist for her school. Draft a suitable advertisement to be published in the classified columns of a national newspaper, giving all the necessary details of qualifications and experience required in the receptionist. Therefore, as you have seen, this question came in CBSE 2016. This is an important question, and therefore, this is a classified advertisement. Now, principal, you are in the role of the principal. Now, when you are writing the advertisement, you are the principal. Name of your school is Sunrise Global School. So, this is a school, particularly in the private sector. Therefore, you are giving the advertisement in order to get the employees. Then necessary details you are giving. Therefore, the answer start in this manner. You see. So, one point is missing here. The point here is the box is not mentioned. So, here this box is to be mentioned, and now let me give the box in this manner. So, here it is the box. This is the box I give. On top of it you can write ADVERT TISEMENT. You can write this is a batter, this is a batter. Suppose, say for example, you were starting in CBSE final exam, when you were starting the section B, then you should write section B very clearly, underline it in the similar manner. When you are going for the second question, you write question number 2 and then write the attempt to the first one. Suppose it may be the question, there are two questions, optional question, as I mentioned earlier. One is the advertisement, notice, poster, invitation. Among these there will be option, and therefore which one you are going to write, that will be indicated by this word. Otherwise, it would not have been so important. Therefore, it is optional. You can give it or you may not give it, but it actually gives the lucidity or it gives the clarity to your writing, and therefore it is better to write. The first thing that you are writing is situation wanted. Now, here this part, you see what you will have to write here. You will have to write situation vacant. Okay, situation vacant. Now, my dear children, why I cut this one? Can you guess why I cut this one? I cut this one because in normally you will see that CBSE do not have any specific book for writing part or reading part, and therefore you will see this comes particularly in many of the sample papers and reference book, and the approach is different, and therefore lot of many a time what happened, there is a lot of confusion, and therefore in order to clear this confusion I have cut this one, because many of the children they write situation wanted here which will be wrong. So, you will be telling you are assuming the role of the employer, you are the principal, you need some service of some people, and therefore you are telling that मेरा पास सिचुएशन खाली है, कुछ पोस्ट खाली है, पोस्ट का स्पेसिफिकेशन ऐसा है, उसका रिक्वायरमेंट ऐसा है, ऐसा टाइप ऑफ आदमी चाहिए, एंड उसके लिए ऐसा ऐसा टाइम में ऐसा मतलब डिटेल्स देकर अप्लाई कर सकते हैं. therefore this you will have to keep in mind, and therefore I cut it so that it becomes very clear, and you will see. Now once again let us see the question part. Okay, let us see the question part. It is better to refer to the question part once again. Let us see once again. Principal, Sunrise Global School, Agra requires a receptionist. Means what is the post is needed? Receptionist for her school. Draft a suitable advertisement in about 50 words to be published in the classified columns of a newspaper, national newspaper, giving all the necessary details of qualification and experience required in the receptionist. Now let us see this one. Many times what happen, suppose you are writing the letter, okay, there is a letter writing also in class 12. When you are writing the letter, okay, application for the job also, many times what exactly happen, there is a lot of confusion as to, suppose you need the receptionist, then when an MBA or engineer applies, then it will be quite funny, and therefore you will have to write it from the point of view and employer, and therefore you should be very much well conversant, or you should know the details, what are the kind of the person that you need, and what are the qualification and the experience needed, and therefore you should bear this in mind, कैसा type of आदमी आपको चाहिए. Therefore you are writing here, required a young, dynamic, smart, charismatic and friendly female receptionist. How many receptionists you see? Only one receptionist is needed. Therefore the competition will be very tough, and you are giving here all the adjectives here. Young, he should be very young, he should be very dynamic or active, he should be very smart, he should have charisma, means his personality should be very attractive or magnetic personality. He should be very friendly, he should not be unfriendly, and it is a female, therefore she should be a female receptionist, and this is needed for the global school. Attractive salary with the fringe benefit, means what you are giving. So before that, here you can add some other points also. So you can write class 10 or class 12 pass, age between 25 to 30, and having experience will be given preference. When you are adding this part, then it will be attractive. Alright, you are telling about his qualification, and then experience. After that you write attractive salary with a fringe benefit, healthy work environment, fresh graduate having honors or equivalent degree in English with a good communication skill can apply by sending their cover letter and resume till March 30 on the below mentioned ID. Now see, so how you will have to apply, and what is your qualification is mentioned here. The person should be very communicative, he should be very fluent in English, and therefore fresh graduate and having the honors degree will be suitable for this job, because he or she will be capable of communicating with the people and with the confidence and with the full biodata. He or she, it is particularly she, will have to send the resume, and this resume, the last date of the resume will be March 30, and it is to be sent to this Gmail ID, that is email ID abc123@gmail.com. and for queries, so you can write it in the same continuity can be maintained, only paragraph can be changed. This line only one paragraph can be changed and it can be written into the imaginary line itself. For queries, contact so and so, or you can give the name also, the name of the principal or the name of the authority also can be made. My dear children, I suppose you understood it full. So today we will be giving one homework, and this homework is you see this homework, you write this homework. You are Bikram Sonia, an honors graduate in history with a specialization in medieval India. You are well acquainted with the places of historical interest in Delhi, Agra and Jaipur. You are looking for the job of tourist guide. Write an advertisement in about 50 words for the situation wanted column of a local newspaper. Contact number 999-751-234. So this is you see. So this is for your homework, and this category will be now little different. So earlier it was a situation vacant, now we are writing situation wanted. Then you will be starting with wanted, giving your full detail and what is your expectation, what is the salary kind, and what is the address detail, what is your email, and what is your other permanent contract detail or phone number that you will have to mention. Just after mentioning, put all the data in the box specified, and then your advertisement will be over. My dear children, so this is the end of the class, and we will meet you again in another video. Okay, thanks to all.